Peace, 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 peace. I'm Rami Salam Mel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Got another update with the Rise of the Moors Wakefield Standoff case. Today is February 9th, 2022. If you don't know, just a quick summary. On July 3rd, 2021, 11 members of this Rise of the Moors militia group were arrested after hours-long standoff with state troopers in Massachusetts. They were charged with several crimes. They've had several court dates and proceedings since then. And here is the most up-to-date current information that I was able to find regarding the case. Several of them are scheduled for jury trials in the next month and a month and a half. We have Cano Pierre, Robert Rodriguez, Wilfredo Hernandez, and Omar Malik Antonio. All four of them are scheduled for a trial on March 21st, 2022. Lamar Dow is scheduled for a trial on March 14th, 2022. And then we have Aaron Johnson, also known as Tarif Sharif Bey, and Aban El Kurig, with a court date scheduled for March 7th, 2022. And the most current dates or court date scheduled is with Jamal Tavon Sanders Latimer, also known as Jamal Talib Abdullah Bey, and Quinn Cumberlander. And they were scheduled for court dates on February 22nd, 2022. But as I was going to look up the information just to confirm it, and I got to shout out, thank you, and I got to say much love to the people that in the comment section that send emails with up-to-date information. Also, Facts or Frauds is a YouTube channel I saw that was providing with some information, so thank you for that. And to anybody in the comment sections, thank you. I appreciate it, much love. But as I went to look up the cases to just confirm some things, I saw that they had both Jamal and Quinn Cumberlander had motions filed, and so the court case or the court date for the 22nd of February is canceled pending the scheduling for the motion that they filed. And that motion they both filed is a motion to suppress. Let me just read it clearly. Here we go. Yeah, on the 9th, in light of the fact, says here, in light of the fact the motions to suppress have been filed and are currently pending, the final trial conference scheduled for February 10th, 2022, and trial date scheduled for February 22nd, 2022, have been canceled and will be rescheduled following scheduling on the motions to suppress. And I just want to take a second to actually highlight and speak on what motion to suppress is for those that may not be aware. And today we are looking up the definition of what is a motion to suppress. This one is coming from nolo.com. And you can, look it up for yourself also just to get better understanding. But here on nolo.com, it says a motion to suppress evidence is a request by a defendant that the judge excludes certain evidence from trial. The defense often makes this motion well in advance of trial, and if the defendant wins it, the prosecution or judge may have to dismiss the case. Whether dismissal is appropriate depends on how important the evidence is to the prosecution's case. Motion to suppress evidence are most common in Fourth Amendment search and seizure cases. Defendants can file them in other contexts too. For example, where eyewitness identification is involved, a defendant might argue that the identification procedure was so unfair that the judge should bar the prosecution from mentioning its results at trial. Now, I mentioned that specifically because it seems as though, at least from the evidence so far, that the motion to suppress is a very pivotal and important part to the trial. And I actually read, I'm looking at like in the summary of basically what's been going on with the case so far. On the 22nd of November, Jamal submitted a writ of dismissal based on due process violations, constitutional violation, lack of probable cause, lack of reasonable suspicion, unlawful search and seizure, lack of injured party, lack of corpus delicti, lack of criminal intent, et alia. And I just wanted to highlight that specifically the unlawful search and seizure, because that's often associated with the motion to, um, the motion to suppress. Yes, the motion to suppress. And so I wanted to stop and pause for a second just to kind of highlight some facts about the case. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't have any contact with any of the Rise and Moors militia group members or their associates or anything like that. So I don't know the angle that they're coming from. But what you can see and what I'll show in the footage from the state troopers body cam footage is that from the beginning of the interaction, Jamal walks towards the state trooper with an AR-15 on him, on his on his person, and then there's also someone behind Jamal who also has an AR-15 on his person, and then you'll hear the state trooper, and they exchange some words, and Jamal himself admits that they don't have any licenses, and then further goes on to admit that they don't have any identification. And I just want to highlight those facts of the case because, from my understanding, based on Massachusetts law, it's illegal to sell or possess AR-15s or assault rifles. Um, and the fact that Jamal walked up on the state trooper with it in his possession, and then admitted that he had no license or identification of any kind. From my understanding of the law, that would be enough probable cause, to warrant further search for any other weapons, etc. But that part is just my opinion. From my understanding, I would like to know what you think. If whoever's watching, Moorish Americans, people that are not Moors. Okay, so that is with the motion to suppress, and with that, just to reiterate, both Jamal and Quinn, both of their trials have been canceled and will be rescheduled pending the motion to suppress hearing. Um, so that is, the main source of information I wanted to update people with. But as I was preparing for this report, I also noticed a couple other things I just wanted to highlight that was really interesting, that both Jamal and Quinn entered, or at least it says a plea of not guilty was entered for both of them. So I thought that was significant to note for all charges. They both, there was a plea of not guilty entered in for all charges for both Jamal and Quinn. I also noted that Jamal had submitted a letter on November 22nd firing his legal representation, and it was cited it was for neglect and inadequate assistance. I thought that was very interesting to point out, just in relation to the trial. Ooh. And then the last thing, oh man, 1 second here. The last thing with Quinn, I saw some, here we go. So on January 31st, 2022, general correspondence regarding documents received from Adil Zakat Saeed Bey Vizier. Adil Zakat Saeed Bey Vizier, Vizir, Morocco Consular Court at Maryland State Republic. Copies were forwarded to ADA Van Epps and attorney M. Kovner. All rights reserved. And I thought that was particularly interesting because I had never, and I just want to state for the record and for fact that the Moorish Science Temple of America and Noble Drew Ali, do not teach or have anything called a Moorish Morocco consular court or have any sort of teachings around consular courts or Morocco consular courts of any kind. So I just was not really familiar on what this represented. And when I looked it up, it was connecting me to some other individuals, but I wanted that are involved in this case, and but I want to focus on that in another video. But I just wanted to state for the record that Quinn Cumberlander, there was a general correspondence submitted from this person, Adil Zakat Saeed Bey of the Morocco Consular Court at Maryland State Republic. So, that is the updates in terms of the news. But I do want to show the footage, just so that you can see for yourself, because I don't like to just tell people. I don't want you to believe me. I want to report the facts and provide the information. So without further ado, it's the footage, the state trooper footage, the Massachusetts state trooper footage with his interaction with Jamal and the other Rise of the Moors militia group members. And also, as more updates come out, around the case and, the different parties involved, I'll do my best to update you as soon as I can. If you have any questions, comments, please check me out in the comment section. Be respectful, welcome to share your perspective, your comments, your opinions, your thoughts, but we don't have to be disrespectful in expressing ourselves. Yeah, thank you very much. Love is the key, love is the way. Moorish Americans out there, please study Noble Drew Ali. And to everyone, hope you have a great day. Peace and love.
What's going on, man?
My name's Jamal.
Yeah.
We're with a local militia from Rhode Island. We're headed to Maine. We don't plan on making any unnecessary stops. We have fuel in our truck, so we're going to gas up here so that way we can just keep going through.
All right, I'm going to need you. Sit tight real quick, all right?
All right.
I need you to sit in the car, all right? Listen, I just need to make sure everything's squared away. I mean, you understand, but it's a little different than
I understand.
things I normally deal with.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
That's fine. You guys have your licenses on you?
No licenses.
You have no licenses?
No. Can you call the supervisor, please?
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you.
All right, so none of you guys have a license on you?
No.
Who's driving?
He's in the car right now.
Okay. Does he have a license?
No, he don't have it with us.
No, with you?
No.
Okay. So do you have any forms of identification at all?
No, we don't.
Okay. So you said you're a militia from Maine?
Rhode Island, but we're going to Maine.
Rhode Island. Okay. And
I can leave you my name and contact information if that's...
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'll write it down. Hey, can y'all hear me?
So what's the what's you guys' big plans?
So I have private land in Maine, so we're gonna do some training up there.
You have what in Maine?
Private land in Maine. Yeah, a few acres. We already spoke with the sheriff of the county, of the town. She said it's fine.
How deep up in Maine?
Huh?
How deep up in Maine are you guys?
Bangor.
You You guys all from Rhode Island, or you guys just meeting?
Yeah.
What part?
Kentucky.
I was just in Block Island last weekend.
Block Island? Yeah. It's a great place to be there on 4th of July. I'll write it down for you.
Alright, if I could just get your name, date of birth, and social, I could write down.
I don't have a social.
You don't have a social?
No.
Were you born in the United States?
Yep.
Receive. I'm just gonna go down the line here, okay?
Oh, that's fine. So you don't need their contact information, do you?
I'm his fault. Whatever he wants to give me, that's fine.
No, you don't have to give him anything.
Yeah, you actually don't. I mean, you guys aren't driving a car or anything like that.
No, I just want to make sure that we can continue going towards where we're going.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out the situation now.
Yeah.
I'm on the highway. I see you guys. What, you guys got an AR-15 too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand.
Is the guy driving the car still up here?
Yeah, he's in the car.
I'm gonna go talk to him. You guys got 2 vehicles here?
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind, can you just stand here?
Well,
I don't want you to
make sure. I want to make sure he's safe. I'm fine. I was in the Marine Corps.
No, that's fine. Come on, man. You got your license on you? Huh? Traveling right now. Okay. You need a license to be able to drive in Massachusetts. Okay? We're not doing this traveling thing. Huh? I'll take that for now, yeah. Thank you. Do you have a registration for the vehicle?
Oh, no, we don't have that.
There's no registration for the vehicle. Okay, it just goes off the plate here. I'll go right back. Just sit tight. If you don't mind, can you just stand over there? I just don't want people getting sick.